you wrong, now it's on me back.
Hello, my name is Luke Rakoske. I'm the promoter for the 518 LMRO. We're here at S&H Bicycle Store, shop of Stephen Hickey, driver of the X59 Enduro class machine. Now this is a class that we debuted at the inaugural Ron Bachman Memorial Race last season, and we introduced it as our newest class to run full-time for this season. So we decided to come out to Steve's shop and let you guys know how easy it is to get in this class. It's kind of a throwback class to back when motor racing got started, where you would put some safety stuff on your machine. And just as you can see here, it's very simple to get into. And with the way the sport is going now, things are faster and there's performance parts involved. This is a nice entry-level class to get into for anyone who would be interested in getting into the sport cheaply and on a budget basis. So we're going to bring Steve along here. He's going to tell us some more about the machine. All right, we're here with Steve. How's it going, Steve?
Good. How are you?
Steve has quite the history in the 518 LMRO. Back when he was racing, he has 25 wins or something like that?
In the 3 different tractors.
In the big block stock class, formerly the big block stock class.
Stop.
We have tiers of here. And he has a track championship in the same class. He was successful, so he's here to tell us about his Enduro machine and tell you guys, pretty much cover hopefully any questions or the bases that you would have, any curiosities about what it would take to get into this and what's involved. So, Steve?
It's really not too difficult. This is your basic square hood tractor made by Craftsman. A lot of people like the Craftsman tractors because the chassis is very stiff and the steering is all steel. Goes to some of the MTVs, the Agways, or whatever, they have like plastic bushings in the steering and in the wheels, and they get very sloppy and they're kind of dangerous. So it's your basic 12 horse flathead engine. Was used for however many years, 20 or 30 years. Made the hand throttle out of a bicycle brake lever. You can adjust the governor, the spring, with some zip ties. That'll get you your 3,600 RPMs, which is pretty easy to tack.
Because there is an RPM limit.
Yep.
Class.
And then for your kill switch, this is your coil wire. Comes right from the coil under the metal cover. And then this wire runs up to the tether cord, and then this is the ground for it. Pretty easy to hook up. I got one of them tether cords off eBay for like $7. And then your throttle cable, I have them right here in the shop. It's like a set screw that goes through the shaft and it locks it on there. Of course, you're going to want to put a return spring. So as far as setting up the motor, as long as you have one that runs, they're pretty simple to do. And then as far as pulleys, this is a big question we get all the time. It's a 5.5-inch pulley in the front. It's a 4-inch on the back on the transmission. It's an 87-inch belt. So that's pretty easy to set up. You'll use your stock clutch, your stock brake arm. I got a stop here that I use the nut and bolt for, so that the clutch pulley doesn't hit the motor pulley. Boy, that'll throw a lot of sparks. But, another thing I did was, the only other thing I did on the steering was I used a piece of threaded rod with these heim joints, and I welded these washers in here to tighten it up. Makes it a lot safer. And I just slid a piece of square stock over the threaded rod. That stiffens it up, and that'll almost guarantee your tie rod will never break. At least we haven't had a break. It's pretty much your stock wheels. It's basically a stock tractor with the mower deck off it. You're going to want to do something like this on your right side because you will go flying off. And then another safety thing is right here on the wheels. It's a little tricky to do. You want to drill a hole through the axle and put that pin through there, because it's what they have stock. It's one of these on the front. It's okay to do it on the left front, but the right front, the other 3 wheels, I would definitely drill a hole and put a pin in them. It's a lot safer. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. Weld some bars on, get some bumpers going, and a couple days you can be race ready.
I mean, the class is put together to be really a throwback, entry level, take a tractor, right, mow with it last week.
And race this
Very simple safety modifications. Obviously, you got your Nerf bars and you got your front and rear bumpers. And one big thing is the tether here. This is mandatory in all the classes we run. So that if something does happen and you go flying off the machine, it cuts the motor, and it's a big safety thing. But yeah, the motor is completely stock. The Enduro class is open to single, twin, flat head. It's all governed at 3650 RPMs, and we do check that.
You probably want to go with a tractor that's got like what do they call that? A manual transmission?
Yes. Yep.
The hydrostatics, they don't hold up.
No, I
You
mean
can't take the abuse.
if you do have a hydrostat and it has the foot throttle, you can run that in the class. But like he said, the transmissions do tend to burn themselves up. So your basic manual transmission, probably the better idea. So yeah, so that's our basic rundown. It's just a stock machine, some safety stuff, and that's it. So anything else, Steve?
Make sure your brakes work.
Yes, they do get checked. We do tech that. So if you want more information, go to www.518lmro.com. There's our rules, our schedule, everything's on the website there. You can call 518-441-9251 for any questions. So thank you, and Steve, thanks for letting us come to the shop and check the tractor out. And yeah, let's race.
Let's race.